Okay, good day everyone. So let's continue to chapter 3, lesson 3 topic, problem solving with patterns. So this is the continuity of for the lesson 2 about the Polias first steps method, and next is problem solving with patterns. Okay, next. Today now we're going to talk about a very important concept in problem solving and something we encounter in math, science, in different subjects, no, and even in our daily lives. And this concept is called problem solving with patterns. So, what exactly does this mean? When we talk about problem solving with patterns, we're referring now to the process of identifying the regularities or the sequences that repeat over time or in data. And this pattern gives us clues about how to solve a problem. Imagine you're solving a puzzle, no? You notice that certain pieces fit together in repeating order. Recognizing this repeating sequence helps you understand how the rest of the puzzle comes together. Now, in the same way, now when we um, when we solve problems using patterns, we first identify the pattern, no? Then analyze it, and finally use it to make predictions or decisions. And why is this important? No? Patterns often simplify complex problems. No? Instead of getting lost in every little detail, you can look at the big picture, no? And see how things are connected. So by doing this, you can find quicker and more efficient ways to solve problems. For example, in mathematics, no? When you see a sequence numbers uh, like 2, 4, 6, 8, you can predict that the next number will be 10 because you've identified the pattern, no? And based on the sequence in the 2, 4, 6, 8. And this same idea applies to science now, where patterns in data help us make predictions or discover new principles. So that is the work of patterns. And guess what? This does not only happen in the classroom, no. We use patterns every day. No? Think about the weather, no? Weather condition. If you notice that it rains every afternoon for a week, you might bring an umbrella the next day, expecting it to rain again. No? That's pattern recognition in action. So to sum it up, the problem solving with patterns is about spotting, these regularities or sequences, analyzing them and using them to make predictions or decisions, and patterns often reveal hidden structure that makes solving the problem easier and more logical. Okay? So the terms of sequence, an ordered list of numbers such as 5, 14, 27, 45, 65, and so on. So that this order of numbers are sequences. No? A sequence is a function whose domain is the set of positive integers. It is also means an ordered list of numbers. Each number in a sequence is called a term. No? What is the next number on these sequences? So that is term. So for example, in the sequence 5, 14, 27, 44, 65, so we denote that the term as follows. So the a sub 1, that is the first term which is 5, and the second term is 14, the third term is 27, and the fourth term is 44, and the fifth term is 65. So this means that a sub n is the number, no, or the nth term of a sequence. Okay? So the terms of a sequence, so what is the next term in the sequence? 5, 14, 27, 44, 65. So what is the next term? So to answer these questions, we often construct a difference table. So difference table, it means you are going to minus the second term into the first term, no? For example, the sequence 5, 14, 27, 44, and 65, all you need to do is minus 14 minus 5 by 5, no? The difference of 14 and 5 is 9. 27 minus 14 is 13, is equal to 13, and 44 minus 27 is equal to 17, and 65 minus 44 is 21. So take note in the first differences, now as you can see, there's no pattern on this one, no? So how about can use the second differences? Now 13 minus 9 is equal to 4, 17 minus 30 is equal to 4, and 21 minus 4, 21 minus 7 is equal to 4. So this means that in the next term, in the next first differences, if we can add, no, 21 by 4, it means 25. So the next pattern on this, okay, the next pattern of this is 25 plus 65 will be 0, will be 80. Okay, so the next pattern on this, no, will no, not 80, will be 90. Okay, okay, so that is the pattern, no, in the sequences. Okay, next. So how about this one, no? The terms of sequences, no? So as you can see, 27, 24, 59, 118, 207, 332. So why 491? 499 the next term on this pattern. So based on the given first differences, based on the first differences, 5, 17, 35, no? By minusing 7 minus 2, 5, and so on. And using the second difference, there's no pattern, no? Second differences. How about in the third differences, diba? 18 minus 12 is equal to 6. 24 minus 18, 6, 6, 6. So therefore, by adding 6 in the 36, it will be 42. And 125 add by 42 will be 167. So it means in 332, adding the 167, 167. So it means the answer in the next pattern is 499. So that is the pattern, no, based on the given sequences. So how about n-term formula for a sequence? Okay, find the first term of the sequence given the nth term. A sub n is equal to 3 n to the power of 2 plus n. Okay, so take note, we're going to find the first 5 terms. So, first 5 terms. Okay, take note, wala pang sagot dito. About it, erase muna natin to. What if walang sagot muna dito, no? Walang sagot. Okay, so let's check kung tama ba yung 4, 14, 30, 52, and 80. How about pag a sub 1, yung first term is 1, no? 3, 1 to the power of 2 plus 1. So 1 times 1 is equal to 1 plus 1 kasi yung n is 1. Yung 3 times 1 is equal to 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Tama. Check. Okay, check. How about a sub 2, no? So our second term is 2. Replace n replaced by 2. So 3, PEMDAS po tayo, 2 times 2 exponent, no, is equal to 4. No, 3 times 4 is equal to 12 plus 2 is equal to 14. 12 plus 2 is equal to 14. Diyan is 3 plus 1. Ito naman, how about pag 3 yung n, no? 3 times 3 plus 3. So 3 times 3 is equal to 9. So 3 times 9 is equal to 27. Yan. 27 plus 3 is equal to 30. Tama. Ngayon naman, how about yung n is 4? So 3, 4 raised to 2 plus 4, remain 3. 4 times 4 is equal to 16 plus 4. Take note, 3 times 16 is equal to 48. No? 48 plus 4 is equal to 52. Check. How about a sub 5 is equal to 3, 5 raised to 2 plus 5. 5 times 5 is equal to 25. 3 times 25, that is 75. 75 plus 5 is equal to 6. So, tama. So, that is the answer. That are the answer now. The first 5 terms. So, next is n term formula for a sequence. So, what is the n term of the sequence? 4, 10, 16, 22, and 28. So, what is the n term? A sub, so using the arithmetic formula, this is the formula of arithmetic, no? Arithmetic sequence. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. D is difference, no? N is the nth term. Okay. So ngayon, let's answer this one, no? What is the nth term of the sequence? Okay. So a sub 1 is equal to 4, no? And d is equal to 6. So a sub n is equal to 4. So yung a sub 1 natin is 4 yun. Yan. Plus n. So we don't know what is our n. Minus 1. And d is equal to 6. No? Difference is equal to 6. Take note. 10 minus 4. Okay, the first difference of this one, no, is 6. Oh, that is 6. Yan. So, after that, distribute mo lang si 6. So, 6 times n, 6n. 6 times negative 1, negative 6. Okay, add mo lang combine like terms. Remain 6n. 4 minus 6 is equal to negative 2. So, that is the final answer. A sub n is equal to 6n minus 2. Ngayon, let's assume now the pattern of shown by the square, no? So another example. Assume the pattern shown by the square tile na in the following figure continues. So using the formula of arithmetic sequence, take note in the first term is 2, no? Second term is 5. Third term 3, 6, 7. 6, 8, 8. And the fourth term, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay? 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, tama. So, what is the n term formula for the number of tiles in the n figures of the sequence? So, using the formula of arithmetic sequence, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1, quantity of n minus 1 times difference. So, a sub 1 is equal to 2. Okay? 2 kasi our first term is 2. No? That is why a sub 1 is 2. And the difference of second term and first term, 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. So, now, let's use the formula of arithmetic sequence, no, by substitution formula, substitution method. Now, a sub n is equal to 2 kasi yung first term is 2 plus n minus 1, remain lang po, and the difference is 3. Distribute mo yung 3, no, remain si 2, 3 times n, 3n, and 3 times negative 1, negative 3. Okay, combine like terms, negative 3 minus 2, negative 1, remain 3. So, this is the final answer. A sub n is equal to 3n minus 1. So, ngayon, how many tiles are in the 8th figure of the sequence? How about pag 8 tiles lang, no? 8 tiles, no? So, therefore, using this formula, so we're deriving the formula, no? On finding the number of term. How about pag 8 term na? Now, a sub n is equal to 3n minus 1. So, because our term is 8, so substitution method, no? A sub n is equal to 3 times 8 is equal to 24. No? 24 minus 1 equals to 23. So therefore, in the 8th term, no? So therefore, meron po tayong 23 tiles. Which figures will consist of exactly 320 tiles. What if meron pong 320 tiles? So what if? So we're going to find the term, no? Ikailang term siya, no? Na ikailang term. So a sub n is equal to 3n minus 1 using the first formula by in the first derivation formula. A sub n is equal to 3n minus 1, no? So 3n minus 1, take note that in the a sub n that is 320, no? So 3n minus 1 is equal to 320. Lipat mo lang yung negative 1, no? Addition property of equality. So 3n is equal to 320, negative 1 maging positive 1. So 321. So divide both side by 3. So in order to get the final answer, yung n. So n is equal to 107. So therefore, pag 320 tiles na po, yung ika-number ng tiles, yung terms ng tiles is 107. Okay? And that would be all for today. Thank you. And this is our references. Guillermo Rodriguez Altman and Wowman YouTube channel. And that would be all. Thank you.